What's up, guys? This podcast is sponsored by Dead Man's Beard Co. If you guys are looking for incredible, all-natural beard care products, then look no further. They have everything you need. They have amazing beard oils. They have amazing beard butters. They got shampoos, conditioners, colognes, combs, picks, anything to help you manage this incredibly wild mane that grows off your face. They have for you. High quality products. The scents are amazing. My favorite right now is the Obsidian. If you want to make women involuntarily fall in love with you, or men with lesser beards bow down upon your feet, then use Dead Man's Beard Co. It's incredible products. It makes your face smell and look amazing. It did wonders for me. Not a face for the camera here, but we have a very special offer. If you guys use the code HEAVY15, you will get 15% off of your first order. Check out deadmansbeardco.com. Follow them on all social medias and tell them we sent you.
Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast. We have a awesome guest today. We have our friend who I've known him for a while. He works at Jay's Bar. He's a sneaky motherfucker, and we found out that he is an incredible artist. Like dumb, incredible fucking artist. We were talking about it one day, and he showed me his shit, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So we got Will Schumm.
Yep.
Fucking Will Schumm.
Thank you, boys. Appreciate you.
Thanks for coming on the pod, dude.
Thank you for having me.
I'm very excited to talk to you.
Very excited.
Not that we haven't been chatting for a fucking hour.
Dude, I could talk to you guys all.
Yeah.
I love your vibe, man, and I appreciate you guys keeping me on.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
I'm glad you work for us.
I know.
Actually work with us, I like to say.
Oh, is that the
That's
HR?
how I say it.
That's.
No.
It's a fun job.
Do you feel like
Yeah.
it's a work with us vibe over there at the garage?
Yeah.
You do?
For the most part. There's no issues. I don't have any problems with anyone there. Like,
Everybody has the same issue is when I come in,
I just start talking shit.
I talk shit.
Yeah.
But I also, like, if there's dishes behind, I bitch about stuff.
Right.
I'm getting better
And
at this.
everybody is.
Yeah.
But it's because I come in there and I go, hey, why is there's not enough people in here for you to not be caught up on your dishes? Why is there a bunch of dishes back there?
Because everyone's just chit-chatting.
That's exactly what it
chit-chatting,
is.
dude.
I know exactly what it is. But still, we got to stay on top
Yeah,
of
yeah.
stuff.
That definitely improved. But
Yeah.
it's been a fun time, and I love working there.
Yeah.
It's a cool vibe.
Good people, man. I love it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's cool, dude. Every time I go in there, I've never had a fucking issue really with anyone. You know what I mean? Like, you guys keep a good vibe. I mean, I guess I was there for a minute the other day or last night, and there was some fucking dude that was getting mouthy with you, but he got escorted out pretty quick, I think, right?
Yeah, there was some guy that fucking went behind. I got everyone's drinks and stuff, and I was like, "Hey, buddy, can you just keep an eye on the bar? I'm gonna go rock a piss real quick. I'll be right back." He's like, "Yeah, sure." I come back out, and the guy's behind the bar,
yeah.
literally within like a minute.
Yeah.
And then Dave, the other owner, hits me up. He's like, texting me. He's like, "Hey, you gotta keep an eye on the bar, man." That guy, I guess the dude like took pictures from behind the bar with like a bottle or some shit.
No
I
way.
was like, "Man, you just jeopardized my job. What are you doing?"
People are fucking insane, dude. The amount of
I had to call Dave, and I was like, "Man, I'm so sorry." Like,
Yeah.
I took a piss for 5 minutes.
I know,
dude.
no, like I just took a leak, man.
Yeah.
You just can't. You just go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You don't say anything to anybody. You just walk into the bathroom,
Right.
and that way nobody knows.
Lesson learned.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
going on?
For
You
sure.
know. But yeah,
I was startled though. I'm like, "What in the hell?"
yeah.
And then he
then
gets
Dave
mouthy about it
calls.
too.
No,
Is
he
Dave
texted
watching
me.
the
He's
Is he a
like,
camera
"Dude, you
watcher?
get-"
Oh
yeah.
yeah, fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
like the one time he might as well he probably just peeked down at his phone to look at the camera.
100%.
No, I think Dave's a freak, and I think he
but we
would
love him.
really,
We love
really,
him.
really.
Yeah.
He would enjoy it if we were doing like nasty shit behind the bar, so he could sit at home and watch it. You know, because he's a bit of a weirdo, man. That dude's got some freak tendencies.
I don't know.
there.
You've known him a lot longer.
Oh no, he's on one. You know. Yeah. Yeah.
He's a fucking good dude. Though.
He's such a sweetheart, dude.
He's the
I
fucking
mean, the fact that
best.
he puts up with you every day is
Oh, hey.
insane.
He's a saint for sure.
Hey, you're in the same boat.
I know, and we talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
We're like brothers in war.
Yeah,
You know what I
You
mean?
guys had a meeting over it.
Yeah, survivors of J, dude. That's what it is. Yeah, I know. We
Yeah,
got to get schedule another one of those.
Yeah. Hell
Maybe
yeah.
have you come on and try to defend yourself. That'd be pretty good.
Hey, yeah, but if I'm just gonna start, well, it depends on who it is, because you had people on there that I do talk shit to, but not too much.
Yeah.
You know,
I thought you talk shit to everybody.
I do. There's a couple people that I really, really respect, like actually respect,
Right.
unlike Craig. You know, so
Or your
I don't
brother.
really get into it with them too much.
Yeah.
You know, Craig, it's just too easy. You know,
I could see that.
Yeah.
It's not that
You
easy.
guys talk shit.
I'm pretty stand-up
it's funny.
motherfucker, dude.
yeah, you are.
There's really like almost zero things you talk shit on me on. Except for my
Questionable.
weight.
Wow,
Except for my weight and my habits.
your
and
lack
my,
of empathy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the fact that you spend zero
Lack
time with
of
your children.
Oh, shut the fuck up, dude. I took these little shitheads bowling yesterday.
See what I mean? See how that went? It's not like, hey, I got to go spend some quality time with my children bowling. I took
Little
those little
shitheads.
fucking shitheads bowling yesterday.
Okay, you take them bowling and tell me when you leave if you're not referring to them as shitheads.
Dude, you pay attention to the kids. You don't.
That's
have
what
to.
I did.
I know I was a little shithead when I was a kid.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah, we were, but we weren't around our parents.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, we're subject to seeing our
Yeah,
kids shitheadery now.
yeah,
That is
yeah.
true, actually.
I know. All the random strangers would, oh, he's so well behaved. You know, my mom would be, you don't fucking know this kid.
Yeah,
Well, I've always said if my kids act like assholes at home, but good in public, I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
Right? Because you can't just have little shitheads. My kids, I say shitheads. They're really nice kids.
they're great
you know what
kids.
I mean?
Yeah,
But yeah,
Just
they act
instill
like
good
maniacs.
morals,
they
man.
got a fantastic mother.
This is true.
Yeah, that.
Well,
that
what
helps.
about your little one? You would tell me who's trying to
Pissed
on
on my head, yeah.
That's a good kid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like that. Though.
He's doing a good job.
Yeah, I like a wild kid.
he likes being pissed on. Yeah, Whether
I'll
it's
take it
the kid
anywhere
or
I can get
Rosie, whatever you get.
Glutton for punishment.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I deserve this.
When we were kids,
Oh, Lord.
my dad's friends would tell him, when you come to the house, make sure that the boys stay outside. Don't let the boys in the house.
Don't let these
And this was at a
fucking
time
animals
where, and this is Washington by the rainforest, so it was raining constantly.
Mm-hmm.
But we
A lot of
also
stuff
didn't
to
care.
do
We just
outside,
went outside
yeah.
and went and played in the woods. But
Right.
they would literally go like, "Hey,
You're not allowed
the
in here."
boys ain't coming in the house."
We were just talking about this, man.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you couldn't keep us in the house.
no.
Yeah, we wanted to be outside.
Nobody ever
we'd
told
be
us to
home
go
until-
outside.
Yeah.
You know, you woke up in the morning, you ate food, and you walked out
Yeah.
the door, and you came home to eat, and you walked back out the door.
Yep.
There was no.
I was lucky to catch like Ninja Turtles and Lucky Charms.
Yeah,
You know what
just
I
a
mean?
couple
It was-
Saturday
Yeah.
tunes, and then you're out
You're
the
gone,
house.
dude.
Yeah, well, Saturday
gone.
cartoons stopped at like 8:00.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd get up early, watch cartoons until they were done, get dressed, and then
Then
boogie.
you were gone till the sun came.
Yeah.
Came down. Yeah.
Go find my friends. I mean, everyone's like that way in high school. Like we didn't have.
I
We
was
didn't
playing
have
sports and
pagers
getting
yet,
into
like when
pussy
I was a
too much
freshman in high school. But you had access to be able to contact people. We didn't. We woke up in the morning.
That's
you walked
true.
to your friend's house on the other side of the neighborhood, or
Yeah,
across
luckily I grew
Oxnard.
up like with all my close friends, like right in that neighborhood.
Right.
yeah. We did to some extent, but you still didn't call anybody.
Yeah. It
You
was
just
pretty-
got
a
up.
call
You didn't,
was
I
like a
didn't knock
luxury.
on the door to walk
Yeah.
in the house.
Yeah.
You walked over to the house. You walked into the house.
Yeah.
Nobody was there. You
Raid
shit.
your friend's
Where
fucking
they?
fridge. Yeah.
Every time.
got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend Anthony's mom, she's Filipino, and as soon as my brother walked in the house, we went straight to the rice pot, and then she always had a pot on the stove, and it was hit or miss. You could open it up and there'd be a
Yo's wet.
fish head, or
Yeah.
you could open it up and it'd be chicken adobo.
Oh yeah.
You know, but we immediately went to the rice
I think
pot.
that's a cow tongue.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure I'm ready for that.
Hey, language was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Ain't
I
bad
do
at
want to
all.
go. Obviously, I found out you're a very talented. What is your realistic? What do you call it? What do you? It's
I
a
call
fine
it
artist.
abstract realism.
Abstract
it's,
realism.
acrylic
right?
paint.
So you showed me some of your shit. Where did you grow up? What happened? How did you get like?
Get into
I know
art.
you grew up in Oakland.
Where did
and
you
all
grow
that
up,
shit.
and what happened?
Yeah. Why are you?
Well, a lot
It's
happened
incredible.
along the way, but-
Just to meet a random dude and then you see his art and you're like, what the fuck, man? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't really advertise it as
I
much
know.
as I should.
Yeah.
So
100%.
The marketing is a hard thing to do.
Which is the
in
curse of
any-
an artist.
Yeah.
They're good at creating the thing, but not putting the thing out.
Right.
Right.
I just need to get involved with the right people or the right gallery, I suppose, to
Totally.
get that going. But
Yeah.
yeah, I grew up. I was born in Oakland. Grew up north.
That's crazy.
Where
Where in
Oakland? Like I said, I was born on Treasure Island. My dad was
Okay.
in the Marines. My mom was in the Navy.
Okay.
So they were stationed there. Or I was born at the naval base.
Oh,
in
shit, okay.
between San Francisco and Oakland.
Wow.
Technically on the Oakland side.
Okay.
So I had family and stuff in the Bay Area, and Monterey Bay too. I grew up there for a while.
Damn.
Moved back to Nebraska actually for 5 years.
Oakland to Nebraska?
Oakland to Nebraska, because that's where my dad's side of the family's from. So.
And this is like country Nebraska, like
Oh yeah,
fucking
small
corn.
town Hastings. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's near Grand Island. It's a tiny little town.
What? How old were you when you moved from Oakland to Nebraska?
We stayed in Oakland for 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
Moved to Nebraska for a few years, and then we moved back out here to California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where where?
Salinas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Salas. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a little cool back in the day, but it got pretty grimy
Yeah.
over the years.
Still grimy.
Yeah. There's some grimy parts of Salinas,
Yeah.
but
It's all
Central Cali, like it's surrounded by
We got a straight fucking dumpster truck over here. Sorry, hold on one sec.
background.
So did you end up going like to like kindergarten and first grade in Nebraska?
Yes. Kindergarten.
Just kindergarten.
Kindergarten.
Okay. So because I moved a lot, and I know that like that kindergarten year doesn't really
Doesn't count for shit.
it doesn't
Yeah, I
reflect
didn't really
on
develop
shit.
too many
I don't remember
friendships.
nothing.
Yeah.
You know.
I remember there was this cute little girl. Like me and her had this little crush in kindergarten. Like, that was my first little.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got caught kissing a girl under the table in kindergarten.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was
Really?
actually a pretty hot commodity back in the day, dude.
Wow. That was,
Yeah.
What happened?
He got fat.
Confidence. Yeah. Yeah.
fucking
That and when I was
Tootsie
in
Rolls.
when I was in third grade. I remember when I was in third grade, there was two girls that liked me, and I was like, jump rope contest. And I made him have a jump rope contest.
Playa,
with me,
playa.
dude. That was when I knew I had some fucking game, dude.
I had this girl in fucking what was it, 3rd or 4th grade, who would bribe me with stuff. She would like
Tight.
try to give me pencils and like little
Hell yeah,
bags
dude.
of candy and chips and shit. I'm like, you don't have to do all that.
You're not. I don't
I'm
like
not
you.
even into you.
But you took it.
Nah, I gave it back.
All right. Yeah.
I'm a gentleman.
You are,
You are.
just one of the nicest guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could be a dick, but I try not to.
I've seen you get an attitude at the pool table. You get a little upset. There's certain people that are worthy of getting upset over, man. There's a couple
yeah,
guys
there's
that
a
we
few.
play pool with.
There's a
They're
few.
just fucking they're good people, but they're just dumb. They're
Yeah.
just like you're just like, what is fucking
I
wrong
try to
with
bite
you?
my tongue, it's hard.
Sometimes you don't though. I saw you go off the other day on somebody. And I was loving it, man. It was funny as shit.
I love it when a nice dude cracks.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite.
I'm not like I don't like to fight anymore. I can get down, but I'd rather just embarrass you. I'll roast the fuck out of
Yeah.
you in front of a
Yeah.
whole room of
Well,
people.
it
Make
was
you feel
somebody
bad.
kind of jumped ahead of you, and whether they intended to or not, it's somebody that can kind of get on your nerves at the
Oh, yeah.
bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
I try not to take
it
pool
may
table too
rhyme
seriously,
with
though.
Blagena
Yeah. I'm not sure what word that was, but that guy knows who exactly you're talking about now. Yeah.
God damn, that was good.
I love a rhymes with. My favorite.
Yeah, he's been known to ruffle some feathers.
Yeah, but he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
sure.
the very first couple times he came around, I said, "Hey, man, you can't come around."
No, he told me. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like,
Oh, you told him to kick
yeah.
rocks?
Yeah.
He,
I said, "You're too
he was
much."
like, I didn't get 86, but he's like, you got to just step aside for a while.
Yeah, yeah, you're just a little too much. You need
He
to
got
go away.
85'd.
Yeah,
Yeah, essentially.
It's not a full 86, but
I had to do that to a few people. Like since I've started working there. Like,
Oh, really?
Respectfully, you gotta pay your tab and get going. Like,
yeah.
yeah. You have. I mean, look, man,
Dude,
people
drunks
have-
are fucking,
yeah,
it's crazy.
yeah, and then there's
It's hard to reason with them sometimes, man.
oh
Yeah, you can't.
Like try to
Yeah.
be the voice of reason, like, and they're just not
We-
hearing what you have to
I
say.
love that we handle everything within ourselves so much.
Right.
Because I get phone calls when stuff happens.
I know.
I get people that are like, "Hey, man, this happened last night, and I didn't mean for it to happen. I'm sorry."
Oh, they're trying to get ahead of it.
Okay.
Well, that's good. At least they're
Yeah.
see the error in their way.
But
I
but
suppose.
every one of them that does it, I'm like, yeah, okay, I know you.
Right.
I ain't worried about it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, cool. This,
I mean, I usually, settle the situation out. But if people still want to get rowdy, it's the patrons and stuff that look out for us too.
yeah, I
That's
know
true.
that for sure.
So that's also a factor that a lot
Yeah.
of people don't
Remember
understand.
that? I think you were there the night that there was one dude that I kicked him out, and as I'm walking him out, I could just tell that he wanted to hit me.
I was there then.
Yeah.
I didn't see it happen, but it happened more towards like the liquor store, correct?
No, that guy did hit me a couple times, and that guy ended up.
You got arrested.
Oh, I remember you
yeah?
told that. Yeah, you told that.
He got arrested, and they called us on it recently, and I think they're just going to give him like some sort of drug program or something like that, because they were like, hey, you know, this is what's going on. We're going to need you to come in or whatever. And anyways, it ended up getting something. This was a pretty busy night, and the dude I could tell that he wanted to swing, you know, and I could see it in his face, and I was like, God, this is going to hurt, you know, because I knew it was going to hit me. But my brother was there, you were there, Bertie was there.
Yeah.
And I could see him wanting to hit me, but then every time he'd do it, he'd look behind me.
There's 4 people.
And there's a bunch of people, and Chris is one of them.
Yeah.
You know, and if you hit me and Chris is there, you're murdered.
Oh, yeah.
You are in a serious problem, man.
Well, fuck, dude. I saw Chris put some dude in a headlock one time. He's like, man, I will rearrange the way you eat. Don't be fucking around here. Like,
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It happens.
Well, it's nice when you have a community of people that, you know, with the 5 seconds I was there yesterday to have a beer, it was like 4 people were like, you need me to handle this? And you're like, oh, we're good. Everyone calm down.
It must have happened right after I left.
shortly
It was about
after,
8
yeah.
o'clock or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny, man.
Yeah, dude. Like everyone looks out for each other around there.
That's cool,
It's
man.
a
I
nice
love it.
community
It's a good
bar.
vibe.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
You know, I get people, hey, need security? No, we're good.
Yeah.
We handle it ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes not always the best. Sometimes I can be an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've seen it. But you're a sweetheart.
Yeah, eventually.
Also, you do what I know about you is that you got to work pretty hard to really piss you off, like in a way where you're like, okay, fucking, that's enough. You know what I mean? And I'm the same. Like I'm much better. I think I like to watch chaos a little bit, so cool. I'll let that shit develop, like probably more than it should.
And then you're like, all right, now we got to stop it.
You know, but if you're mad about something, it's pretty justified most of the time.
Yeah, I
you know
think so.
But you're also very stern. Like people can, like if you really get to that level and you tell somebody like this is what's going down, like for the most part,
For the most
listen.
part, yeah. Not always, but for the most part. You know?
Well, there's always a wild card, dude. That's
Yeah.
willing to just throw.
Oh yeah.
No, that dude,
He kept second guessing it. Then.
he wanted to hit me.
Well, you
bad.
could feel it, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Just for no reason or what? Like, did you say something? To
No,
him?
there was some girls at the bar, and he was talking to one of the girls, and one of the girls kept like saying, "Hey, man, just leave us alone and get away."
Right.
Like we
Oh,
don't,
so you just saw him,
you know,
just
and he
not
just
interested.
kind of kept creeping, and
Yeah.
he had creep vibe, and so I was just
That
like,
shit
"Hey, man,
always
you know
hits
what?
me the wrong
You
way,
got to
man.
go. You know, like you got to go." Well, what I do, it's not a, this isn't question and answer.
Yeah, no,
this
right,
is you have to leave.
Right.
Period. That's it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Right.
And then I could just see, like he cocked
He got his
back
panties
couple
in a
times,
bunch.
dude. Oh, he was ready to
started
go.
Huffing
Yeah.
and puffing.
I may
love
have
it,
gotten knocked out, but he would have got murdered.
Yeah.
He,
With
you
all
know,
the people there,
oh,
yeah, you don't want to do that.
no,
Yeah,
not with Chris. Chris,
He's an animal.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you hit me.
Also a sweetheart though.
Yeah, somewhere.
Bro, you and him, the
inside
back
is
and
a
forth that you two do is insane. Like you guys just go at it forever.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Brotherly love.
Yeah. It's nice, man. Okay, so getting back on track.
Yes, sir.
Where did you get the bug for art, for painting, for all that shit?
It really started with Calvin and Hobbes, man. I would try
Really?
I would try to like recreate as a
Okay.
kid the little doodles and sketches in Calvin and Hobbes books.
Okay.
Then I got into like the Far Side. I don't know if you read those books.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And my uncle was a big thing for me too. Like I don't know if I told you earlier. My uncle. I would walk into his fucking room visiting from up north. We'd come and visit down, and he had muscular dystrophy, so he was just like confined to his room most of the time. And his walls were just covered in dark art, like Iron Maiden posters and all kinds of stuff, man, Metallica. And so I always liked that dark style of art too. So I kind of just started fucking around doodling. And in class, I would be drawing the whole time. Teachers would be talking about lessons and stuff.
Right.
I mean, I kind of skated, but I wasn't a failure as a student, but I was mostly drawing in class.
Yeah.
Then I got into graffiti.
Oh, okay. So you did a graffiti stint?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I went down to, I wasn't like in the streets hella hard, but I would I don't know if you knew, but you can do like permits. You can get a permit and go down to like Venice Beach and hit up the walls there. Like,
Oh,
with a
really?
legit permit. I used to do that with some friends back in the day.
So you weren't running like hitting train cars?
Nah,
and
I wasn't
that
running
shit?
with a crew or anything.
Okay,
like that.
yeah. That was a whole fucking thing when I was a kid, dude.
Still
The
is.
Oh, yeah.
cruise, like fuck.
I
dude.
find that shit fascinating.
Ventura was wild, dude. I had one of my really good friends got busted in down there off Johnson and like the Santa Clara River area.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, he got his ass handed to him for graffiti. I was like, what are you doing?
No, it's a
man?
big fine.
Yeah, he found himself. He was like the nicest kid. He found himself in the middle of like a gang war. You know, he just like wanted
certain
to
territory,
draw.
you
You
know,
know what I
yeah.
mean? He didn't realize he was in a spot and fucking people. Now he's got people chasing him and shit. And then he gets busted by the cops. You're like, there was a huge
Yeah, that whole
culture
street
of that
graffiti
shit.
is crazy.
It's wild.
It is nuts.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how I worked at a group home 25 years ago. And that's where one of the kids was heavy into it. And he started to explain, like, because it's not about the art at all. It's just about the tag. It's just about getting your name up there. It has
Yeah.
nothing to do with art.
Exposure.
It's just the tag. And then this is my crew and that's their crew.
Right,
and
right.
that's
Well,
their
yeah, that's how it
tag,
started
and,
in like where was it? New York, I think,
Yeah.
in the 70s.
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Yep.
Like the train cars and shit that they would hit up. It was just to get their name out there. You know?
Right.
But their name would be art.
Right.
Not just, let me grab this marker and
I can't
throw a couple
stand.
of
Yeah, I can't
swirls in
stand the
my,
stupid little
you know,
just bombs.
the
that
little
they throw up.
gangster
yeah,
shit,
or
yeah.
tagging shit in the bathroom mirrors or like
Yeah.
on the.
yeah, that's why we don't have mirrors.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it,
Yeah.
fucking be good at it, right? But
Yeah.
you got to. I guess you got to practice somewhere. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So
how much of it do you think is, because this always fascinates me, is natural, like people have an innate ability to do it?
Yeah, there is that natural. Like,
Yeah,
that
'cause
comes with a lot of.
I did
you
the
know,
same thing
subjects,
all
but
through school.
I have
I did the
spent
Calvin
thousands
Hobbes.
of
I did
hours.
all the every AC/DC Judas Priest, and
Yeah.
I still can't draw a pot leaf.
I can't
but I
do
sure
shit.
was drawing it all through junior high and high school, and there was no
I
artistic
feel like it's
fucking
it's
anything.
like riding a bike though. I'm like, you may be a little wobbly at first, but I think if you pick it up and you start doing it, you put a couple more hours into it. Like I've literally spent like probably tens of thousands of hours doing art.
yeah.
It's just repetition. You know, you learn.
But
the
did you
techniques
Did
and
you
stuff.
have a certain innate ability?
Oh yeah, I think. I
yeah.
did.
I
Because
think
that's like
anybody that
my
does
old man
does.
is an incredible artist.
Yeah.
I have zero of it.
Do you think it's a genetic thing too? 'Cause
I think there is something that's transferred. You know, like as far as like the creative spirit, at least. Because I remember like I talked to you
True,
a while ago, and
true.
like you said, your grandma painted. Right?
my grandma and my aunt.
grandma. So like it's in your DNA of some sort. I think. I think
so.
that really that should transfer because my daughter, like I said, we were talking earlier. My daughter is wildly creative, right? And my wife is too. But you know, I didn't have the art thing. My dad can like sit down and draw the most realistic shit you've ever seen in your life. You know, from memory, and I don't have it, dude. But I picked up music and I got that pretty quick. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I think the creative spirit is more. It's transferred more than anything. Also, you have to think about like, do you have parents that nourish it? Do you have parents that are
That's
like,
true.
what the fuck are you doing? Like my mom
Especially
never
with music,
told me.
man, and
yeah,
being in a band, like-
I'm in a loud band. I'm in a garage at my mom's house, fucking just.
I've
you know,
never been
making-
musically inclined like that, man.
making noise, you know, and my mom never once was like, "Shut the fuck up," you know?
Right.
But like, if you have parents that like nourish it and are cool with it, you know what I mean? Like, I think it goes
Makes
a
a
lot
difference
further,
for
you know?
sure.
Yeah. I think that's why Chris and I are so good at drinking and talking shit.
Yeah,
That
Dad
was
was
the
always
talent
for
that
it.
my dad had. My dad's still the funniest fucking person I know.
Yeah.
My dad's hilarious. He
Yeah.
did, and he's the same thing. He just will sit there and say under his breath shit.
Your dad's still with us?
Oh yeah.
I
I
wanna
just
meet
met him
that
for the first
motherfucker.
time. He's fucking awesome.
I'm trying. We're trying to get him to come on the podcast.
I know.
But fuck all that. I'll be on the fucking
Dude,
internet.
he's so funny,
Just
man.
sour old man.
Yeah. He was a
He's
sour young man.
Tiny little dude.
Yeah, he's small.
Yeah, he's a little guy, man.
Yeah.
It's trippy that
Well, you
you
met
meet
Ethan.
boys like that.
Huh?
You met Ethan, my nephew.
Yeah,
He's
I like
a little
Ethan.
bigger than Ethan, but if he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ethan's a shit talker.
Yeah, you guys really don't have much height.
Well,
Chris is pretty short.
Chris is short. I got one nephew that's big, Jacob,
Yeah.
and his mom was pretty tall. But yeah, no. Other than that, we're all short.
Yeah. But genetically, I think the creative thing transfers. It may skip a
I do
generation.
believe
Well,
so.
I
it may
do
all
seriously,
things,
as
yeah.
much as I'm joking about it, I think a lot of this different stuff transfers. I think
Yeah.
that
Oh, yeah.
there's generational alcoholics in my family. There's nobody in my family that hasn't had some sort of problem with alcohol.
100%,
Not
yeah.
not a fucking one of them.
Alcoholism is definitely ran in our
Yeah,
family.
yeah, and I think that's part of it is they could say it could be, was it nurture cause or whatever it is.
Nature versus nurture.
Yeah, but I think a lot of it has to do
Environmental,
with environment and just literally, we're Irish, so the whole
It comes with the blood.
you just I mean that's it's always there.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, German and Irish mix. That's definitely a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're Greek, dude. We're good at diners and like
Gay sex.
I was gonna
sex.
say,
That's
red
pretty much
bucket.
it,
Butt
killing
loaded.
it, dude.
Kill-
Killing it.
Top notch game.
We invented the gays, dude. Lesbos Island. You know what I mean?
Oh Lord.
It's wild. So you did graffiti stints. You did all kinds of things. You've been drawing your whole life. Like,
Yes. So
at what point do you like start really? Is it a? I don't know how you see it. Is it an expression of you? Is it something you have to do? Because for me, music was something that I needed to do, or I would die.
Correct.
Okay,
Not
yeah.
die, but
That's how I
It was
think.
a
Yeah.
definite stress reliever for me to
Okay.
just zone out, put some fucking music on, and get lost in a painting for hours. Like,
Right.
you know, and then by the time I know it, it's like dinner time, and like, you know, just hours have gone by, and I'm fucking feeling good, and I've made all this progress on my work. I post a picture, and someone's like, "Oh, how much you want for that?" And like, that's how it started. Like, that's why I really. It wasn't about the money, but just people like being interested in my work, and like,
Yeah.
when people would come with me for a commission idea, like, "Hey, my dog passed away, or my mom passed away. Can you paint this like picture of him for me?" Like,
Sure.
that type of stuff means a lot to me too.
Yeah, 100%. Are you when it comes to your art? Which actually, can we throw that in here just so we see it?
Yeah, this is one of the pieces right here.
Yeah, I love that piece, dude.
Same.
Just a while back.
Let's maybe over in the center a little bit.
Oh,
There you go.
there we are. Sorry.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous, dude. So what do you, is it, what is that, acrylic or what are we doing?
Yeah, this is
What-
acrylic here. It's, I call it abstract realism. I just try
Okay.
to. It's a little mold of like, you know, realistic style with. I try to put some like street style in it too, and I
You
don't know,
definitely do.
bright colors and.
Yeah.
What do you
Capture
find,
expression
like,
with
what
the
do you
eyes,
find
too.
inspires you, like, to paint? Like, because you do a lot of hip hop shit, you do a lot of, like, culture shit, essentially, right? Like,
That's that's essentially like how it started because a lot of the graffiti artists that inspired me, like Banksy and shit like that.
yeah.
He's a big inspiration for everyone.
He's so good, dude.
Yeah.
God damn it. Have you ever seen any of his actual exhibits?
I haven't been to his exhibits, no, but I've studied his work, man. I've got all of his books and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Or there's another cat, Greg Simpkins. He goes by Crayola. Actually.
Crayola changed the fucking game.
He's
dude.
fucking amazing.
Crayola took street graffiti art and turned it into legit fine art. Like,
his
I
work
have
is
it-
amazing.
dude. It
you
is
gotta
so
look his
nuts.
shit up.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, Crayola. Brooke is super into Crayola. He has some
Okay.
Crayola pieces, which I got to take you to 86 House, by the way.
Yeah,
It's
you
an incredible
that
fucking
place
art
to
gallery.
me.
dude.
I'd be very interested.
Yeah,
in checking
Crayola.
out.
I remember seeing his shit, or like Mark Ryden. I remember like.
Mark Ryden.
You ever seen Mark Ryden? He does these very intricate, huge fucking pieces. I'll show you some shit. But I didn't really know shit about art until I met Brooke from 86, who has this incredible gallery. And he started turning me on to like, he likes lowbrow type art.
Yeah,
right?
you sent me the link to his page and I followed it.
It's
and
insane.
he followed me back.
Right.
It's
So I
pretty
started
sick.
learning about art. I saw Crayola. Because I grew up kind of in the graffiti thing too. I had zero skills, but I was always fascinated by it. You know
Oh,
what I
it's
mean?
a cool world, man.
Yeah. But when I saw Crayola shit, I was like, holy fuck, dude. And then Banksy, I got to go when he did his original exhibit in LA in the early 2000s
Was that the one with like the
with the elephant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to go and see that. It was like me and my wife and Michael Sarah was like behind us. And we went through the fucking whole exhibit. It was the first exhibit of his work, period. You know what I mean?
Was that
and
the
the
one
elephant
that-
was there. He like painted the elephant like Louis Vuitton colors, and then
Was that
Peter
his
threw a tantrum.
like solo exhibit or
yeah,
was
it was just him.
Okay, I remember the elephant.
Tantrum because he painted an elephant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
people,
it was
like,
it was
totally
a
shut it down.
controversial
Oh, yeah,
thing.
totally.
It was a live elephant that they painted red and it had like these gold Louis Vuitton like
Yeah.
accents and symbols all over
and
it.
it was standing in this
pretty
room.
pretty wild,
Dude,
but, yeah.
the whole thing, it was like multiple rooms you walk in and you're like, what the fuck, man?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I had never seen street art like that ever.
It's very visual, but
Yeah.
striking. And what I love about Banksy is all of his pieces have a deep meaning behind them. Like, as simple as some of them are too. Like, very like.
Do you have any ideas of who he is or who they are?
To be honest, I think it may be a team. Of
So
people.
I heard some shit a couple weeks ago from a very valid source. I was at a wedding, and this lady is a hairstylist for like fucking rich ass motherfuckers in LA. She was telling me that she met Banksy. She met him like there. He didn't admit that it was him, but she told me that Banksy is a conglomerate of 5 people. One being a girl.
I haven't heard of that.
I
but
doubt that.
I had,
No, dude,
I had a
that-
feeling
yeah.
that it's more than just one person.
Well, it's five.
Jay's
It's
like,
five. It's
"Fuck
5
that.
different people.
Sounds stupid.
Yeah.
That's not true.
It's the
No, I'm
dumbest shit
serious.
I've
Yeah,
ever heard.
Just stick to the hairstylist.
No,
all
dude,
right?
she told. Yeah, well, no, yeah, I get it, but she because the things I've seen of Banksy, the little bit of shit, she described the dude and it was exactly who the 1 or 2 images you could see of him. She described him exactly it.
Interesting.
And basically, it's like 5 different people that do Banksy's art.
Well, have you seen Exit Through the Gift Shop?
Oh yeah,
So, you know how they had him all like blacked out and muddled during the interviews? It was supposed to be Banksy, but I
yeah.
don't
Who
know.
knows? Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. What a fucking crazy motherfucker, man.
Some of his work and the places he's thrown up his work too is
Crazy,
like,
dude. The
all
Gaza
over the world.
Strip, you're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, man? Yeah, it's wild. He's so fascinating, man. Anything with Banksy, I've been following him since the day I saw it.
Yeah,
man.
for sure. His work is phenomenal. But he's also, like I said, he's been a big inspiration for me. Crayola, big inspiration. So when I saw their work, I really started like honing my skills and like learning new techniques and branching out. Because I started with watercolor. Like when I first started selling pieces, they were all watercolor. And then I got into acrylic, and that's where I really just had a love
Found
for
your
yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would just get lost, man. And at one point, I was really pumping them out. Like I was super committed. But you know how life goes, ebbs and flows with your art and whatnot. Yeah.
100%, man. Yeah, it's wild, especially like all the hip hop stuff you do, all the thing. You know, you just first of all, I couldn't fucking if my kid's life depended on it, I couldn't even get close.
Really?
Do something? No, there's no way, dude.
I'm working on a Biggie piece
remember
right now. You're
Our
gonna
paint our partner that we did.
Paint our partner.
We did this whole. There was this like whole thing going on where you have to like you sit down and you paint your partner. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to do a portrait
of your spouse?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, dude! It was.
We just had
She
a
looked
party
like a
at the
gremlin,
house.
didn't she?
Oh, dude, it was the most insulting thing you
I was
could
gonna
have
say, she
ever
probably
fucking
smacked
put
you.
out.
It
My
was
wife
horrible.
had demon eyes. I mean, he made
you do it
Honey.
too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was like me, my wife, Honey, him, and Machi and Tommy. And it was I couldn't have
Tommy's a
put
good
out
guy. I
a
liked him.
more insulting fucking photo.
I believe it.
It was horrible.
Some people just don't have it like you were talking about.
And I was trying my ass off, dude. You know what I mean? I just don't have.
It's not for everybody, but you could probably kick my ass on a, what do you play, drums, guitar?
Guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have never been musically inclined.
It's so funny.
That's the beautiful thing that I love about every art form. Like, like the niches that people like. I couldn't, if my life depended on it, I couldn't string a fucking chord together on a guitar. Like,
Yeah, it's wild.
It's questionable.
question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You heard the music he plays?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I've actually never
Yeah.
listened to.
We'll have this conversation again some other
Yeah,
time,
listen-
and then
listen to
you'll-
me
you won't
screaming.
be being like, "Oh, you're
Oh, is it
an
one of
artist
those
too?
bands?
Oh yeah. It's like-
Really?
Yeah.
When you said you were in a band, I didn't know it was like a scream.
no,
punk
it's
rock.
the gnarliest version of metal you could fucking imagine.
Well, y'all grew up around Nardcore, like that whole era, right?
Yeah, I mean I did. He grew up with them, but he doesn't give
No,
a shit. He's a hip hop
Give
guy.
one fuck about
My
punk
man.
rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not into it.
Yeah.
You,
I'm in the
you
old
know,
school
you
hip
like
hop.
we love all the people involved. With
Oh, I
it.
love the people are fantastic, and then
course.
I've had this conversation with
There's also
quite a
some
few of
assholes
them.
in that group.
There's some assholes in that group too, definitely. We've had this conversation.
Yeah.
But his I like his music a lot, you know. But it's a different type of.
I'm gonna have to check.
I
that
just
out.
don't. I just don't. I'm not into punk. I'm just not my gig. But
That's what I was
I
telling
like
him, too.
metal and I like a hardcore song because it's not too just screamy. But
Let me hear some lyrics.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, he's got something.
Yeah, I have a fine line of I'm screaming, but you can kind of hear what I'm saying at the same
Yeah.
time.
Okay, well, you'll have to show me that one of these.
Yeah, I'll
days.
send you some links, dude. It is what it is, but
I'm pretty
it's-
curious.
it's pretty funny because I'll send people my band and everyone goes, "What the fuck, dude?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everyone's like, "Holy fuck!"
I
This
didn't know
is
you were in a
gnarly.
band when you first told me. I'm like, what the fuck? You were in a band?
Yeah,
Multiple bands, you said, right?
yeah. I've been in bands since I was 16. Yeah.
Wasn't Dave in a band too?
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah. What was it?
I can't remember what band he was in.
God damn it. Yeah, I can't remember right now either.
Was it a rockabilly band?
Kinda.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like him and Howie,
Oh yeah.
Johnny the Feather.
There you go.
Johnny the Feather. That's a
Johnny
hell of
Winston.
a name, dude.
Yeah. He's a good artist
Mafia
as well.
name.
Yeah. So when you're
Tornado Bait.
Oh, okay. Was that what
See?
it was?
Tornado
Jay.
Bait?
Look at the
Tornado
recall.
That
Bait
was
was
the
the
name of his
band.
band.
Yeah.
One day off booze.
That's
It's
Dude,
all
not
coming back.
bad, huh? Because you know this shit's just floating in gray matter, dude. But I still managed to squeeze some shit out.
Yeah, even though you gave
Are you
yourself a
taking a
head
break
injury
or what?
today
Yeah.
on the way in.
Huh?
You taking a break or what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, it's time.
Good. We need you
How
around.
far along is Chris, man?
I have no idea.
He's about 9 months.
I don't know. I really don't know. You'd have to ask Chris.
I'm sorry.
I don't ask him.
Fucking Chris.
Yeah.
It's hard to stop drinking, dude.
It's a motherfucker.
It's so fucking hard.
Especially when you own a bar.
That
No,
is
especially
impossible.
when you live a life.
Yeah.
Like,
Dealing with bullshit all the
yeah,
time.
and that's the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good thing they have weed out
stuff that I have to think about, and weed does not help the stuff that I have to think about. But the stuff I
Mushrooms
deal
might.
with and think about, man, is rough, and it's a constant. So I can go to bed if I have some drinks, but I haven't fucking slept in 3 days, like hardly at all.
there. Really?
Yeah, because as soon as if I get to lay there for a little bit, my head just goes boom. You
I
got
actually
this,
had-
you got this, you got this, you got this, you got this.
I just start spinning.
I had last night probably one of the worst nights of sleep in my entire fucking life. Because my wife and my daughter went to Amigo the Devil, which they got me this really cool shirt
Yeah.
from the show. They got home at like 1 o'clock, right? So I fell asleep at like 10. I woke up when they got home. From 1 o'clock on, dude, I could not fucking go back. I mean,
I hate that.
all fucking night. I was like, every decision you've ever made is wrong. What are you doing? Like, I haven't had one of those in a long time, dude. I swear to God, I woke up at 5:30. I was like, I give up. Fuck it. I'm not even trying to sleep anymore. This is fucking insane. I'll just sleep tonight, like extra
Get
hard,
out of
dude.
bed, go work out.
I haven't had one of those nights in a long fucking time, dude. Like, where I just was, my brain was spinning.
Yep.
Tossing and turning.
Probably all the alien shit I've been watching.
It could be. It could be.
Are you
that,
into an
too.
alien
Oh,
fix right now?
buddy, am I?
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I'm on it, dude.
Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah. I
There's
do.
got to be something else out there. We're not the
Well,
only
and
things
there's
in
so
this
much shit
fucking
that's coming
universe.
out, and we're both into it.
Yeah.
There's so much shit that's coming out right now.
Y'all
That,
been paying attention to?
Oh,
oh
paying
yeah,
attention, like I
yeah,
said.
yeah, yeah.
We did like the last 2 whole podcasts.
I was gonna say your listeners are probably fucking sick and tired of hearing.
They're sick and tired of us, anyways.
Yeah, that's probably
all
true.
3 of them.
Yeah. All 6 listeners are
Yeah.
over it, dude. Yeah, I get like weirdly I got like weirdly obsessed with Epstein for a while.
Yeah,
That was
Now
a
I'm back-
fascinating.
now I'm back on aliens, dude. I can't fucking stop. I just listened to this fascinating book called The UFO of God. Fuck, it's fucked me. It's like a story of this dude Chris.
2 things I have a hard time believing in.
Yeah, this guy Chris. What's his fucking name? Chris. They're making a movie of it right now.
Alien of God.
UFO of God.
Oh,
UFO of God.
Sorry.
Hold on, let me find it real quick.
So if aliens come, that pretty much wipes out the whole concept of religion.
Yeah. Well, this is written by a guy named Chris Bledsoe, who
Okay.
has had encounters his whole entire life. His whole entire family has had encounters, like beings actually coming and talking to him and shit. Like, and they gave him permission to document. He has hundreds and hundreds of hours of footage of orbs and fucking shit flying all
So
over the
like
place.
Skinwalker Ranch type of shit.
No, like it more just like a universal fucking being that's like, you need to get the word out, dude. Like it's fucking, it's his whole entire life from the time he was fucking 10 years old. He's been visited by these things, and he can actually, he has a telepathic connection to him, and like he works for the CIA. He works with fucking all kinds of like all these insane military guys will come to his house, and he's like, they're here. And they'll walk outside and there's fucking orbs just vibrating and like over him. It's fucking me up, dude. I just finished it. I'm all fucked up now.
See,
This
I
is
just
a- this-
don't.
I'm all
it's,
fucked up.
it's yeah.
I'm all fucked up.
Yeah, this
It's a
is how we
story.
end up. Yeah,
It's not real.
and neither one of us are really pot
these real
smokers, and we
documented
still end up
events?
doing
100%.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he has tons and tons of footage, high quality video. If you look him up, I went into a deep dive. I was like, oh my God, dude.
Well, what do you think about fucking like the crop circles and stuff?
I mean, there's some weird way of communicating.
this. Look, crop circles, pyramids, statues, those guys on that island. What
Oh,
is
the
it?
Easter Island
Easter
boys?
Island guy.
Yeah.
Like there's so many things that are beyond
Explanation.
what we're
yeah.
capable of doing now. You know, like unbelievable. You know, like he's in the engineered union. He
Yeah.
he operates
build
cranes.
bridges and
He's
shit.
drilled bridges.
Yeah.
He does all this
There's
stuff.
been a bunch of information lost over fucking.
But there's so many
centuries
things
and
that have been done that we can't do today, and people are like, no. They just
They're
built
in the,
this by
cardboard
rolling it
box.
on a log and wet sand.
Right? How many
and
of these
they-
fucking
how-
documentaries have you seen about how the pyramids were built? Like,
100%.
So
Yeah.
many different speculations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it is fascinating.
It's incredible, and the different stuff that they find. Like I was listening to somebody talk about finding some pillars in the earth, and they can't get permission to excavate them because
Oh, yeah.
if
I
they start
heard
to
about this.
excavate them, that we
It's like
could
150 years. They want to drag it out so the generations. can-
Bingo.
Yeah.
But they're saying that it could go down so far, and what's the point of them? How are they built?
Right.
And there's
What
this
is done?
There's this one pillar that has all these hieroglyphs on it. That,
All of them have different hieroglyphics, and some of them have like different animals and
right.
stuff on them.
I
and-
cannot remember the name.
But
of
what's
this
the
place.
basis? Like, what, and we have no recollection of it at all. None.
What's crazy is
You
they
know?
excavated a bunch of it and then they stopped, like you were saying. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
Göbekli Tepe. I think
Yeah, there
is
you
what
go.
it is. Yeah.
There you go.
It was a-
They want to put a 150-year
Yes, sir.
kibosh on it.
That's it.
Essentially. They're like, let's not look at this for 150 years.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
the JFK files. They're like,
Yeah.
we're not going to release this because everyone's going to find out that our government is a nightmare.
I wonder what
we
type of
already-
shit was lost in the Library of Alexandria.
That's what 100%.
Yeah.
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 There's so
I
many
wonder.
different
I
things.
wonder how much of the Vatican has it. That's what I wonder.
Just buried underneath the
Yeah.
catacombs.
Dude, in the
or something.
catacombs of the
Yeah.
Vatican, they have I guarantee, because they're the ones that fucking.
But they're a good religious, upstanding, so they wouldn't do anything to
There's
harm
definitely
people.
Recipes from the old days. you know.
Yeah. Recipes.
how to make meat.
Just wholesome
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
you know?
totally. dude. Definitely not diddling kids.
No,
Definitely didn't
how
diddle
to-
like
Step
100
one.
deaf kids at all. Yeah.
Dear Lord.
It's wild, man. Yeah. No, I get into I get real deep into shit, and I think I'm too far into aliens. And last night it all hit me, dude. I had.
Maybe that's
fucking-
why you didn't get a good night's sleep.
No, I just had like one of those nights where you just question every fucking thing. Every question that you've been
introspective
avoiding your
thoughts,
whole
just like-
life. It just pops in your head. At
why
like,
I drink.
And then you look up and you're like, it's 3:30 in the
really,
morning. What the
it
fuck?
really,
Just sedate.
yeah, just sedate.
Yeah.
I mean, last night before I went to bed, I took a Soma and
Somas were
Indica.
fun. I remember those.
yeah, I took both, and then still had a hard time getting to sleep. I'm like, man, you should be knocked out. You ate a fucking indica gummy that I don't eat very often.
How many milligrams?
And a 10.
10?
For me, that's a lot. Normally,
I was
going
gonna
to
say
That would fuck my
at least
day.
100, man.
no, no, dude, I've done that. That leads to zero sleep. That leads to hallucinations. And
I'm in the
so
yard
you-
naked
Yeah.
at that point, dude.
Yeah.
I'm fucking out in the yard naked on 100 millis, dude. I can't believe how much, because I used to smoke so much weed every fucking day, all day long.
Shit nowadays.
If I
it's a whole
take a
new game,
5 mil, like blueberry, I'm like, what the fuck
Really?
is happening?
5
Dude,
milligrams?
Dude, I'm such a, because I don't smoke pot at all anymore.
Okay,
Like,
well,
for 10 years I haven't smoked. But I was every fucking day, all day long. I smoked weed every fucking day. I grew weed. I fucking had, all
I
the
just
things.
harvested my weed. It's pretty good.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody
But
does
now
It's kinda
I'm
cool.
such a lightweight, and
I've
just
heard that from a
don't-
lot of people, man.
I just
the weed
don't like
game
it
nowadays is insane. Especially
I used to take
the
like
edibles.
500 mil
But I-
fucking brownies to the dome. Like,
I do the
no problem.
same.
The beautiful thing about the edibles from back in the day, though, you never knew how many
Yeah,
milligrams were in those edibles. buddy
We've
made
told
some
the story, but
cookies.
the first one that I ate that had milligrams on it was a 200 milligram brownie. But I had no idea what that meant.
Right.
I'm just
You're
like,
like, "Eh,
okay, it's a
brownie."
milligram with 200. Yeah.
You're all, I know I like
Yeah,
weed.
dude.
I know I love brownies.
I'm gonna
Mistake
I'm
or what?
Big mistake, dude. Big mistake. I tripped balls all night long.
I had a fucking panic attack on a high milligram edible one time, man. Like, I had to roll the window. We were coming back from the club in the valley, and I had to roll the window down. I was like, "Holy shit, this thing is hitting."
Have you had it? I mean, I hallucinated all night.
I wasn't hallucinating. I
No,
got a
hallucinated
panic
hard.
attack.
Hard hallucinate, like not
That's
like
not fun.
hard hallucinate
Like on
all
acid?
night, like on acid, seeing colors and pyramids. And
I've actually
numbers
heard
and-
that, like, if you take,
Dude,
if
I
you're not used to it,
tripped.
because it processes different, the edibles
Yeah.
and stuff, and it
Processes
can lead
through
to
your liver.
hallucination.
Also, his liver is trash.
Really?
So he's just
Hey,
getting.
real
He's just
quick,
getting
Going
like-
back
real
to
quick.
He's
lack
getting a
of
full
drinking.
dose of shit.
I talked to my doctor this morning,
Uh-huh.
and I just had all my blood work done, and he said that I'm fine.
Hey, okay?
Yeah, he said everything's good.
How much
did you
I,
pay?
roll, I,
Oh,
fucking, I roll the fucking dice every time I get that fucking phone call. I like, okay,
Hey,
is this it?
You leave that place
Is
with a
this
hop
the
in your
one?
step, huh?
Yeah. Okay. How's it going? He goes, oh, your blood work comes back really, really good. You're doing fine. Your
yeah.
A1C is where we want it to be, and I
You
just,
are
I'm
Bert
like,
Kreischer,
you,
dude.
I'm waiting for
You
okay,
are fucking
and
Bert
I
Kreischer.
always ask, hey, so what about my liver? Like, is my
everything
liver
good?
all right? And they're like, yeah, your liver's a little bit high. You might want to not keep running that, but no, it's fine.
Dude, it's incredible. Man.
Chris, same way. Chris does the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Like, because Chris will go get his blood work. He goes, yeah, I got blood work. And then for the next week, I'm like, hey, I just always fucking worry about him. So, hey, how was it? How was he? Everything came back fine.
Well, it's important you guys check up. A lot of people don't fucking.
We know what's up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've been doing this long enough that we know that we've been abusing the shit out of ourselves for a
should
long
be
fucking
checking on
time,
yourself.
man. I've been drinking really fucking hard.
Fuck. When I first met Chris, he used to pound them too.
Chris drinks more than I do.
Yeah.
Or did. By
But you
far.
you throw down some tequila, my man.
I drink.
Yeah. Yeah.
More of a whiskey guy myself.
I went through like years of like I said, huge pothead. Then I
Yeah.
got really into. I wasn't like. I don't get trashed most of the time. Then I met this fucking guy, and he's like tequila, and I
And
was
then
like,
it all went downhill.
tight, dude. And then 5 shots later, I'm like, brr, I'm like falling down in the bar, and he's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I'm fucking dying, dude. I'm dying. Like, I don't know. You're ruining my life. Like, I don't know what the fucking."
And I've had 10 of
Yeah,
them.
because his fucking shot of tequila is a
Oh, they're not
triple.
a shot,
It's not
no.
a shot. It's a half a
Fucking
goddamn
mug
cup.
is what it is.
You know, and I'm taking. I'm like, you know, and then he's like, 4 more, buddy. I'm like, God.
No, it's
damn
it's
it.
the rapid succession. Too.
That's-
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't. You don't wait like 30 minutes. No, it's like bah bah bah.
Yeah.
That's not always my fault, though.
No, everybody else fucking pulls their shit.
Well, there's a
No,
lot,
take
and you know
another.
this because you'll be behind the bar.
Oh, and I know how it
How
goes.
many, like,
I've had to tell people straight up, no, I've had too much. I need to settle
yeah,
down.
yeah.
I can't.
Because I'll do a shot, and then somebody will walk in and go like, hey,
Yeah, someone you haven't
Do a
seen in
shot
a
with
while.
me.
Fuck, I'll take a shot.
yeah, all right.
Like, I
fuck
just
it,
took
you
like
know.
5 minutes.
Yeah. But I've also started to tell you guys, hey, man,
Yeah.
use regular normal shot glasses. Stop giving
Right.
me doubles.
I've been trying to do the same thing for myself
It
when I
helps.
work. Yeah, because by the time
Also,
you know it, bro,
just so
you're
you
like,
know,
what the fuck?
go to the line.
Yeah,
You don't have to fill it up.
Gotcha.
Just go to the line.
No
Your
spillage.
bar is the only bar I've fallen down in my whole entire life. And I've fallen down in your bar twice.
blame it on the bar.
And I immediately put myself to bed. I was like, that's it. We're done, dude.
We're
I'm not going
done.
to be this guy. No one's picking up my big ass, dude. If I eat shit one more time, they're going to leave me here. You know what I mean?
I've seen people get
wish I didn't
sloshed.
Yeah. Well, 'cause,
yeah.
like, I
Yeah.
grew up in the GG's days. You know what I mean? And my mom's a fucking bartender forever. You know
How
what I mean?
long has Gigi's been there?
100
dude.
years. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Really?
GG's is the only bar that's open at 6 a.m.
Yeah, they recently changed it, but they also
Larry's
fucking
is
up their
opening up
pool
at 9.
table to $1.50. That's kind of wild.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom worked at Gigi's when I was a kid. So we would get up in the morning, get dressed for school, go to Gigi's. My mom would open the fucking bar, you know, and we'd be like hustling fucking drunk guys for money, for
Hell
lunch
yeah.
money and shit. We'd be like playing dice and shit. And then we'd hop on the bus at like 7:30. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
And my mom taught me, you know, she was like,
4
4 fingers. That's how much the whiskey is. And then just splash a Coke. You know what I mean? But yeah, your bar is the only bar I've ever fallen down in.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Which was 100% my fault.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, sounds like a person.
It was absolutely. Yeah. Those IPAs.
Let's not blame the bar.
They'll fucking get you.
No, it's not the bar.
No.
It's definitely not the bar. We pour legal shots.
Yeah, of course.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Getting back to artwork. What do you have a plan for your shit? What's going on? Because you're
wanna
under
get
service.
back
You
into it.
should be fucking way more popular than you are.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
I need to get back into it. I just need to hit the ground running this
Yeah.
next year. I'm going to. Well, I have a few that I'm working on right now that I want to finish, but one of them is really big, so it's going to take some time.
How many
Other than
hours are you putting into a piece?
For instance, this one that I'm working on, it's 5 feet tall by 4 feet wide, and I've already put in probably 30 hours,
Okay.
and it's not even halfway done.
Not even,
30 hours
Let's
is
just
not
call it
slow.
100 hours.
Huh?
30 hours doesn't seem like that much.
No, but most of it was like background work and like
Okay.
building the
What is
bottom. It's It's a picture of this woman emerging from the ocean. She has like a coral reef that she's emerging from.
What's the inspiration for that? You just see it.
Fucking wild
Do you
idea.
see a picture in your mind and then you have to paint it? How does it work?
Sometimes
for you?
like I'll
What's your
jot
creative
notes.
process?
Like I'll be just hanging out, just by myself, about to fall asleep or something, and a fucking idea will pop in my head, and I'll have to write it down. I have a list of notes in my phone, just art ideas, like just random stuff, and then I'll look at my notes sometimes, and I'll try to piece together certain ideas into a piece and just sketch it out first.
Depending on how high you were when you wrote the note.
Yeah.
You're like hot dogs.
Essentially. Let's scratch that one out.
Yeah, because I always like that is not in my head at all. That image that you just I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it's not in my head at all. You know
That
what I mean? I have images
essentially-
of apocalypse and all
Yeah.
sorts of other crazy shit, but like I'm always like, do you believe in the muse? Like, do you believe there is shit in the ether that comes to you, or do you think it's
I just put on some cool jams, man. I get a couple beers in me, and that's where I loosen up, and that's where I got a lot of inspiration from, just vibing out and like getting the right mood set. Like I'm gonna paint today, like, and then you just sit down, have a blank canvas. I'll just start scrolling through, like I'll pull up like beautiful woman or like striking model, like striking eyes or whatever, and I'll just go through a bunch of pictures of actual women, like models or whatever, and then I'll pull it up, and I'm like, all right, this will look good. And then I sketch it out on the canvas, and then from there I add like the realistic touches, but then I mix in my abstract bit to it too.
But you have to show up to do the work.
Oh, for sure. I have to tell myself like today we're painting. Like
Yeah.
I'll just fucking put my phone on mute so nobody bugs me or whatever. Like just vibe out.
Yeah, because I always find it fascinating. Like for me, like when I was writing music, I found that I could only write when my life was in chaos because I needed it. I needed to write music, or
adversity definitely,
or I would die.
Yeah,
you know, that's how I felt like most of my life. You know, now my life's pretty nice, and I have a really hard time showing up for myself with music.
Well, what's that old saying? Like the best artists were built from like pain or whatever. Like or from I don't know, but adversity has always been a big motivator for me too. Like,
really.
Or you give me a deadline on a commission piece, like yeah, I'll get it done.
Yeah. But you have to have the deadline.
For sure.
Yeah, but as far as it goes, like just accepting ideas from the ether is like that happens too. Mm-hmm. But then you have to make the time to show up and do the work.
Yeah,
right.
For sure.
Yeah, because I read Stephen Pressfield's The War of Art. Have you ever read that book?
No.
It's incredible, dude. It's such a fucking. It's really short read. It's like 170 pages. Really fucking short.
I'll check it out.
But it's about.
I might have it at the house.
Yeah,
is it
it's
a newer
great.
book or?
No.
It's been out a long time.
Okay.
Stephen Pressfield, like,
I'll be right back.
I'll definitely look at that.
he's written a bunch of books, and they're fucking all incredible. But it's honestly about like harnessing the muse, and then like not letting yourself.
What if Jay's my muse?
Could be true. Yeah, not letting like resistance get in your way, right?
Right.
Making sure to show up to do the thing.
Be consistent.
Be
man.
consistently.
Yeah.
and
That's the hardest thing
consistently
with
show up.
anything, man.
That's what I've always struggled with, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I wonder, like, if that's your process or.
But if you like, I think, like you said, adversity, it also helps you grow. Like, if you stay too consistent, like you kind of stay like stagnant. You know what I mean? Like,
you end up recreating the same shit over and over again, right?
I've definitely grown as an artist from when I first started to where I am now. Like, just the way I look at art too, and the way I appreciate it. Like, I'll study a lot more about an artist or like a time period or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is there a specific like type of period of art that you are fascinated by right now?
I would say the 90s, just like visually, like in the whole like the graffiti movement was really bumping up around the 90s, and like Banksy's whole movement was just starting and stuff. Like, it's pretty fascinating.
It's almost like nostalgic for you,
Yeah.
right? Because you grew up in the 90s, like that.
Yeah, I'm a
right?
90s baby.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's always fascinating, man. I just because I create in a different way, you know what I mean. So I always wonder like how people, because for me, like when I was heavy into writing music, I would dream riffs. I would literally like I would have a dream and I'd have to wake up and be like, fuck, I gotta write this down. Like I have to write it down. But like I always wonder, it's like, is it just because your mindset is put in the place where you're willing to accept shit from the ether or the muse or whatever?
Yeah.
Or is it the fact that you just are tapped into this weird fucking thing? You know what I mean? I don't know. You know,
It's always been a passion of mine. And
Yeah.
like I said, it's a big stress reliever for me. And these ideas that come like randomly to me, like it's a beautiful thing. And like you said, like it's hard to fucking capture them all though. Like sometimes right before bed, I'll get a random idea, but like sometimes, like you were saying, when you're dreaming, you like wake up and you have to write it down. Like I'll wake up in the morning and I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking about? It was such a good idea.
It's the most fleeting fucking ideas. I've written the best songs in my dreams. And you wake up and you're like, I can't. I have no idea.
It always sounds or looks better in your head.
100%. Yeah, it's wild, man. I don't know. I know. I'm always just so fascinated by that shit, dude. Like, how does it fucking happen? Like, you know.
I mean, and I look at other artists. Whether it be visual artists like painters or musicians and shit, I'm like, how the fuck do you? I don't think my shit's good compared to like some of the people that I see.
Sure,
you know what I mean. I'm just like, how the hell do you do that?
It would be such a wild,
some 8-year-old kid put together
these
crazy
these
beat.
savants and stuff. You know, like or just genetic freaks, or like, you know what I mean, like.
But you also know, I think a lot
freaks.
of it, they have parents that are, they grew up with 10 guitars on the walls and a drum kit and the whole system right there,
Going back to environmental.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Watched a kid put together a Tribe song the other day.
Oh, that little autistic kid?
Jesus
What the
criminy,
fuck, dude? I saw that.
Yeah, I think may have sent it to you.
Dude.
A what?
He's a little...
This kid is like maybe 8 years old, and he is completely rebuilding like whole entire songs.
Yeah.
MIDI keyboard, guitar, vocals, blah blah, and he's like on the computer and he's like, oh, this needs a little more treble, and he is a straight fucking engineer producer at like 8.
Savant,
Savant, which I don't have.
Well,
that
not
talent.
savant. You'd have to be autistic, right?
He definitely seems autistic. I mean,
but he could just also be like his dad's doing it and he's just doing it. 'Cause
yeah, but you can tell his dad films him and he's like, the fuck, bud. It's like there has to be an element of like fucking tism. You know what I mean? In that shit, I think, because I've seen like some autistic kids that are incredible at certain things, and you're like, what? How the fuck does these things come together?
Oh yeah.
I worked with this. I worked at ARC a long time ago, which was a place for mentally disabled people. Do you remember downtown retarded children's thrift store? Right. So that's what it.
That was the name of the store.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Do you remember this?
No.
Do you
This
remember
must have been
retarded children?
ages ago.
Dude.
Yeah.
Literally, you'd be downtown and you're like, retarded children's thrift store, dude. And then I'd bring guys from bands in, and I'm like, check this out. And they're all, what the fuck? So anyway, they changed the name. But ARC, I used to work there. There was this guy that had Down syndrome that was the nicest kid. I mean, they're all really nice. Everyone with Down syndrome was nice. He would write these incredible fucking 3-page reviews of Back to the Future 2. Like the most well-written shit I've ever seen, but it was like always some weird movie, you know what I mean? And you would read it and you're like,
Tremors.
this is incredible. Like this is the literally like Tremors, Back to the Future, Ghostbusters.
What a good call.
He would watch a movie and he would write a 3-page fucking essay review. The best thing you've ever read in your entire life on a movie.
Articulate,
like, what? Why is that your thing? Like, what the fuck,
That is a bizarre little niche to be in.
It's so crazy.
That's definitely a weird one.
But then I see guys like that, and then I see me that I just have to fucking grind.
Some people, that's their thing,
Yeah.
That's also an admirable trait to have, like a motherfucker that just can't stop.
He's good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm good at. I show up and I fucking do the work. It's weird because my whole life is switched from music to this thing now. This is the thing that I show up for.
So you guys do kind of remind me of the two bears. You're more of the Segura, and you're definitely the Bird Crusher. Segura is more like the business guy, like fucking motivated and shit.
Except I let
You're
him
the
talk.
party.
Yeah, I don't interrupt him
Bird
constantly.
is a monster, bro. He's a menace about that.
A mock 2 bears.
Oh, we could
That would be
definitely do that.
hilarious.
Yeah,
They're all, why would we watch this? It's the same shit.
yeah,
If we just let Jay go, it'd be wild, dude.
yeah. Could be. That's for sure.
It'd be Patreon only, I think.
Yeah.
Did you guys start
I
on the
definitely
radio,
have
or
to
was this
check
all
myself.
like visual since the podcast started?
No, it was always visual.
Okay.
Yeah, always had a camera. I mean, because that's what you have to do now.
Yeah, you can't do it.
So there's no.
Well, didn't you say Bateman had a...
Yeah, Smartless is only audio,
Interesting.
which is weird, but
Yeah, whatever.
yeah.
Fuck those
We had
guys.
this long conversation a few podcasts ago about how movie people are ruining fucking podcasts.
Everybody's got a fucking podcast.
I know.
It
It-
seems like...
I actually, speaking of Two Bears, One Cave, I was listening to it on my way over here.
Oh,
And
with,
it's
Dak
Dak
Shepard,
Shepard
yeah.
and him, and they're talking about
Shepard's fucking
exactly
cool guy,
this.
though.
How Smartless, 3 guys go, hey, we're going to start a podcast. And they go, okay, here's $1.5 million.
No, 60.
Go start. Yeah. Okay. Here's $60
$60
million.
million.
Go ahead and do a podcast.
60 million
Yeah.
startup.
They sold.
Because Dax was talking about how he's like, yeah, I was kind of a little butthurt about it. They're my friends. I'm friends with them. We talk to each other. And I'm a little bit butthurt by the
Kick to the
fact that they
curb.
just got like,
just started.
Dax Shepard's podcast is one of the, it's up
Oh,
there.
I've
at
never
the
even,
top.
never even
It's a
listened
good
to his.
podcast.
It's incredible.
It's a great
It's very
podcast.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way better than Smartless. I just don't like. I tried listening to it, and it's.
What is some of the content? Or
I can't do it. It's
They just interview a lot of movie stars.
Oh, just
Yeah,
bunch of
a
Hollywood
bunch
bullshit.
of pretentious assholes
Yeah,
interviewing pretentious assholes, telling everybody else.
sounds familiar.
Yeah. Hey, whoa. But no, it's just too. It's too much of the. You know, I like to hear real people stuff.
No,
you
yeah,
know?
Yeah.
It's not. It's unrelatable
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah, and they're a big. Oh, Jesus. A big part of what I think is a problem with, you know, like how things are getting taken care of and handled, because they're talking about stuff and they are so far separate from what reality and life really
Oh,
is
yeah.
for everybody else in the
For
world.
the majority of the
Yeah,
fucking-
they have no fucking clue, but they will tell everybody what that problem is, and that's why we have such a problem.
Yeah.
They're the guys that go to Gavin Newsom and say, "Hey, you're doing a great job in California, buddy."
Oh yeah.
You know, when he's not, you know.
Did he get voted out? I don't fucking pay
His,
attention.
I think he's in power for another couple of years.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be a wild couple of years.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to World War III right now.
We're heading there.
It's there.
Could happen.
No, Russia just announced that they're starting to move nukes around.
Well, that's not good.
So yeah,
Tight, dude,
when you
tight,
talk
tight.
about your artwork and listening to music, do you generally, because I know we're both into hip hop, do you generally go towards hip hop, or do you like when I paint and do stuff, I like to like get really high and listen to jazz, like funky
I love
jazz
that
or
type of
jazz.
shit, yeah.
But when you're doing your artwork, because like I can't, like, it's got to be kind of a certain tempo for me to be comfortable doing. I paint, and nobody will ever see anything I paint because it's
There's
shit.
one right there. Pull it up.
Yeah,
show,
not
show
just-
the painting you did of me.
Oh yeah, this is the one that I painted for him for Christmas.
Isn't that so nice?
Yeah, yeah,
That's actually not bad.
It's me in a Viking helmet.
yeah. So I this was a picture of him, and I painted it, and so yeah, I'll go ahead and put it back where he likes to store it. You know,
That's actually not bad. I was expecting way worse.
yeah.
He got me so
Yeah.
good the
I was
other day. He's like,
expecting way
I painted
worse.
this beautiful picture of you, and I was like, yeah, dude, I love it. It's on my wall at home. And he's like, it's on the floor. And I was like, oh, fuck, dude.
Caught red-handed.
yeah. But yeah, that's pretty amazing.
That is not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
How did you do that?
paint by number.
What?
Paint by number.
Oh, then it's not that impressive.
No, it's not.
Sorry.
It still is. You can eat a dick. That's a lot of fucking little shit to paint. I
had to color
don't.
all these numbers different.
Hey man, it might be easy for you, you know, but for me it's just not easy. I can't.
I'm saying it's not for everybody.
I probably have some of that tism because I
Don't we all? I
cannot sit
feel like
there
everybody's on
and
there,
no,
on
you
that
put
spectrum.
30 hours into a picture already and you still got however many, like whatever you put into that one. I can't. It would take me 30 years to paint one of those eyeballs.
Oh, stop.
You know, no, I'm serious. There's nothing in it for. I just don't have it. Period. There's no
If you had to say, what's one of your gifts in life?
talking
Besides
shit,
drinking and talking
shit and
Well,
drinking,
you grew
bro.
up around black folks,
Yeah,
man, like
that
myself.
helps,
man.
that helps.
We can
And my
roast a
dad.
motherfucker.
No, I just don't. I don't know. I think that my gift that I got is my empathy and compassion and how I like to help people and care for people.
No, you
know
are
what I
good
mean?
at that,
yeah,
yeah.
that's why I help him so much because he doesn't have any of that.
Yeah, I have no.
Yeah,
Zero.
Yeah, you and Dave were one of the first ones that I talked to when I got in my little accident. And you guys were very like welcoming. You're gonna take care of this. Everything's gonna be fine. We're here for you.
No big deal.
Yeah.
But no, I don't have any of that.
Really?
No,
Nothing.
Zero artistic skill.
Not. I mean, I'm sure I do somewhere, but
Hell of a masturbator.
I also
I
grew up
bet.
super fucking dude. I can stroke one out, bro.
You need to
Dude,
take it
I-
easy on
hey,
that thing, man. I've been telling him.
Yeah, I had a good one this
That
morning.
thing looks like a polished stone. Yep. You know what I mean? That's fucking.
Yeah.
Looks like
Gray
it's
and
been
rough.
in a fucking bottom of a river
Gray and
for
rough.
1,000 years. Dude. It looks like one of the gray aliens that comes out of the ships, dude. Formless.
I've never pursued
Dear
anything.
Lord.
Never.
I don't want to imagine that.
I know, but I
You-
wanted
it's in
to
your
do-
head,
It's
though.
like it's like
Yeah.
almost there.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Growing up, I never had the opportunity.
To
So there was
masturbate?
never no for music.
Oh.
Like for music or any of that stuff. No artwork. There was no opportunity there. So it just never. I never had
You
the
guys were
opportunity to
too
explore.
busy
it.
getting into trouble.
There was nobody buying me a fucking guitar. There was nobody giving me paint
Gotcha.
and brushes. There was nobody. There was none of that was ever like I wanted to be a musician when I was growing up, but I just knew that it wasn't going to happen. So I just tapped out on it and never did it. Because
play
my
sports,
my
right?
beats are crazy, dude. I can fucking my being on rhythm and stuff when I'm listening to music.
Well, you got a
hear
good
me
ear for
tapping.
music, man. Some of the
Yeah.
shit you put on, I'm like, all right, yeah.
Yeah, but
I
I've
bet you
just never.
understand melody and shit like
Oh
that.
yeah. You know, I get all that, but I've never taken the time or
You played sports, didn't you?
I did as long as they'd let me. It didn't
As long
last
as my
very long.
grades fucking allowed.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It just didn't. I had other shit to do.
Heard
Well,
it.
there's
Yeah.
like there's a value in the life that you lived as having to hustle, right?
Yeah, I got
You
that.
are.
Oh,
you
it
know,
taught you some fucking
Oh,
shit.
it
for
teaches
sure.
you a lot of things, and you're a guiding light for a lot of people that come to you with their shit, right?
Yeah, I try to
and I
help
am
out as
too.
much as
Like
I can.
I'm, if you want like hard reality fucking advice,
Yeah, no
come to me.
sugarcoating
You know,
shit.
I don't.
That's what
I
I
don't
love about you
sugarcoat a
guys.
fucking thing.
Yeah.
I will absolutely tell you exactly what I think.
That's
And
how
I'm,
it should
I'm
be.
right like 90% of the time. You know what I mean? But
Just ask him.
yeah, just ask my wife. You know what I mean? She's admitted that I'm right at least 6 times.
No, she's a sweetheart too. Also another saint.
Yeah,
Yes,
she's incredible.
yeah.
But you do have your skill set is you live in reality. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And you live in like a space that a lot of people fucking don't. A lot of people are so goddamn delusional. It's insane.
Yeah.
I have people come up and say shit and they're like, "Oh, you live in a totally fucking other universe
Yeah.
than me." Because I grew up kind of the same as him, not as poor or fucked up, but in a situation where it was like, no one's helping you, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna have to figure this shit out, 100%.
And it builds character.
It does,
Yeah,
build
for sure.
character, you know?
I mean, I wanted to play. I played violin in whatever
That's gay.
4th or 5th or 6th grade, 100%. But I couldn't get a violin, so then I did it for a minute, and then they kind of got you one, but then you couldn't take it home.
Right.
So it was just like you just went to the class and played, and then I realized rather rapidly, like, oh, this isn't happening, and this is like 4th grade, and
Yeah.
I went, oh,
This isn't for me.
I see how this goes.
Yeah.
In order for this to happen, this has to happen, and none of that's happening.
Right.
So you just
Also, you're a little older than us, and you grew up in a generation that loved to squash dreams. You know what I mean?
I don't necessarily know that they love to squash them, but they weren't going, yeah, let's make that happen.
Right.
They were going, great, figure it out. You want a guitar? Go buy one.
Yeah.
Instead, I'm in fucking 5th grade. Like,
Were your parents born in like the beginning of the century type of shit? Or? 20s?
yeah, my dad's 80, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Around there.
But he grew up,
40s?
he grew
40s,
up with my grandpa was a miner and worked a union glass
Just roughneck,
company. And
yeah.
they weren't, there was no,
yeah,
you know,
that's usually how it goes.
I asked my dad about my
households.
grandpa. He goes, "Look, my grandpa never talked. Your grandpa didn't talk to us either.
I was gonna say, you're
You
lucky.
know." He goes, "The
You're
only
getting
thing I had was
anything from him."
grandma.
We
Yeah.
know nothing about him.
Yeah, you know,
100%.
yeah.
Yeah.
Grandma was the one that was.
Yeah.
But there was no like.
Thank God for grandmas.
None
I
of that
love
stuff.
my grandma.
I fucking love my grandma.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. It's just it's a wild, like I said, your skill set is based in reality
yeah. I think so.
and helping people, which you overextend yourself and you help way too many fucking people. And I just go,
What the fuck?
my favorite thing ever is be like, nope,
Yep.
nope. Nope.
call it right there.
Nope. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested. I had a friend hit me up about going to a comedy show with us, with me and my wife the other day.
Not gonna happen.
And I was like, nah, I'm not interested in going with you guys. No.
But why?
It's like, I'm not explaining it. I'm not
Yeah.
doing it, dude.
Yeah. Sometimes you
I'm
just
not
gotta
doing
let
it.
them
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Just tell them how
That's
it is.
my favorite thing. It's just, no, I'm not doing
I do.
Doesn't
I love
sound
saying
good to
that
me
to
at all.
Schmenessy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
That was a special case, though.
Very.
Yeah,
Very
yeah. You're a good dude, man.
Yeah.
Aren't we all?
There's a
I-
power
I
in
don't want to watch that video of that upbringing.
Schmenessy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Whatever he went through.
No, yeah. He does talk a lot of shit though. I call him out on some stuff like that's not true.
Dude, I love a liar, dude. I love a good liar. It's
The conviction in his voice.
one of my favorite things is like just a real dedicated liar.
Oh yeah.
And my dad's best friend, his name's Tom Agee, And this guy is the biggest fucking liar you've ever met in your life. He told me that like he hung out with Jimi Hendrix and like he told me all these crazy stories. And I was like, I got to a certain age, I was like,
He's been bullshitting
you're
me for years.
fucking so full of shit, dude. But he is so dedicated to the lie. I
It's
like
the
appreciate
dedication.
it.
Last night,
It's the
some
dedication.
girls threw up in the garage, in the girls' bathroom, and a bunch of girls come out. And they're like, "Someone threw up in the women's restroom." Like, they're like, "It's everywhere." I go in there, in the sink, about this far from the top of the sink, just flooded with some red vomit, man.
Nice.
I go out and I know exactly who it was. I walk up, I'm like, "You couldn't have thrown up in the fucking toilet 2 feet to the right?" She's like, "Oh no, it wasn't me. It was the girl before me." I'm like, "I can smell it coming off of your breath. There's throw up on your fucking shirt." Like,
Yeah,
she
then
denied it.
she
I'm
stuck
like, "No,
with
you
it.
guys got to
she
pay your
was
tabs and go." I'm sorry.
Committed. She was
Oh yeah, the
committed to it.
committedness.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no.
I love a
She
good
was
commitment
embarrassed.
to a lie.
Yeah.
dude.
I didn't want to make a scene, but pay your tab and go.
Yeah, that works.
Now I got to clean up your fucking shit.
Oh, dude. Yeah,
When I worked at Salzer's, dude,
I'd have shut the bathroom down.
I was
we would
about
have had
to.
a
Yeah,
unisex bathroom for the
yeah.
rest of the night. Dave would have had to figure that out. He'd have been so mad at me, but there ain't no way I'm doing it. Because you're gonna have to. If you have me doing it, you're cleaning up the floor as well as the
The
bathroom
fact
and
that she
probably
left
the
it there
walls.
and then denied it.
Yeah.
Didn't
Yeah.
even try to clean it up. Too. Dear Lord.
yeah. When I worked at Salzer's, there would be people that would come into that store, and you're like, there was a dude that
Salters does bring in a rowdy, weird bunch.
there was a dude that pissed in the CD bins, just pissed in them. You're like, what the fuck, man? Like, what's?
That's
And then there would be guys that would like go
fucking
shoot up
wild.
heroin in the bathrooms and all kind. It was like, it was the wild fucking west. My Rosie was working one night, and this dude, literally covered in blood head to toe, had no pants on, but tied a sweatshirt around his waist, but the wrong way. So it was just like still his dick was hanging out.
Between the two.
And
like,
then he
arm
was
flaps.
on the fucking CD player, like listening to music and shit. And Rosie's like, you gotta go.
How do you confront
like,
that situation?
Yeah,
Like, sir,
you gotta go.
Dude,
Like, what the
your
fuck?
dick's out here bleeding.
you're covered in blood.
Covered in blood, dude. Like, you're like, wow. Salzer's was wild, dude, back in the day. It was crazy.
I love Salters.
I saw
too.
Mortal Technique at Salters one.
Hey, you do? I was
Oh,
there.
shit.
Really?
Yeah, you saw him?
Yeah.
That was cool, dude. He was a
forgot that
prick.
he went- yeah.
Absolute
No,
little
he's
prick.
a dick. Yeah, I saw him at Rock the Bells one year too.
We actually caught him. We caught him yelling at his crew because you have no idea how little the dude is. He's, I'm gonna say 5'4", max.
No, he's not a big dude.
He is tiny, right? And me and Rosie were there setting up for the in store because he performed there, and one of he had these bodyguards that were fucking, I mean, huge fucking black dudes. I mean, huge men. And he's walking up to him and he's like, "You ain't wearing the right shirt, motherfucker!" And he's like screaming in their face and shit. And you're like, "Yo, dude, what
Settle
the
down, sir."
fuck is going on?" Yeah, it was insane. And then I remember watching, and they're like, "The general's coming out. You all ready? He's coming out." And then the door opened from the stage, and you couldn't even see him.
Just the
and then he
tiniest
walked
little
down the
guy.
stairs, and you still couldn't see him. And they got on the stage,
Got on
and
a
you could
step
barely
stool.
see him, dude.
Yeah.
But he was incredible.
No,
Moral
he-
technique is insane.
Yeah, his lyrics are insane, dude.
He's an insane lyricist.
Yeah.
In fucking sane. Like,
So speaking of lyrics,
insane.
I wanted to chop your brain about. Do you fuck with hip hop a little bit or not?
Absolutely.
Okay. Best lyricist in your opinion? I know it's a tough one.
Man, you're not gonna like mine, but
I
I'm
want to
say
hear
Nas
yours
right off
first.
the
Let's
bat.
hear
Nas
yours
is up
first.
there
Of
for
course.
sure. Top 2, top 3. Eminem though, you can't.
Eminem, I will agree with. He's
You can't.
definitely up there.
As far as lyrical,
So we got
fucking
Nas and
talent.
M. Do you have anything outside of the normal everyday shuffle?
Oh, as far as lyricists,
Yeah.
I love MF Doom.
Okay.
The way that motherfucker strings lines
MF
together
Doom is pretty
insane.
fancy.
Yeah.
MF Doom, I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
I don't think he's top.
People Under the Stairs is pretty solid.
Under the Stairs
That's a
is
good
sick,
one.
dude.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Brother Ali's in my
Brother
top
Ali's
5.
up there
Yeah.
for sure.
I don't think that he does not get the recognition that he deserves in any way, shape, or form, and I do think it's because
Yeah,
of
everyone
how
talks
he
shit
looks
about him.
and
Yeah.
how he's a
Yeah.
Muslim, and he's
Yeah.
a devout, hardcore Muslim, like
Yeah.
devout. But his lyrics and his songs provoke emotion, undoubtedly.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
And same thing with Immortal Technique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that there's you kind of go mainstream or like more of the underground. Like MF Doom is definitely up in there.
I fucking just love it.
But
Also,
it's-
Del the Funky Homo Sapien for
Del's
me.
Yeah,
nasty.
Del's-
Fuck,
yeah.
he fucks me up. I wear my dreadlocks and a napkin ring.
Or you guys know Deltron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, from what was it? Fucking is he in Hyro or?
Isn't it the
The
same?
hieroglyphics?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I think it maybe is it. Yeah, it's the same fucking dude.
Because
It's the same
Hieroglyphics,
dude.
isn't
Yeah.
it Del
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Funky,
yeah.
Funky Homo
And he's
Sapien and a bunch of
Ice
guys?
Cube's
But
cousin.
Deltron
Yeah.
was one of his albums.
Oh,
Deltron
okay.
3000.
Yeah,
some shit.
yeah, yeah.
30,
Yeah, and
30s.
he's Ice Cube's cousin.
No
Who
shit.
is?
Yeah. Del
the
Deltron.
Funky Homo
Del the Funky
Sapien
Homo
is Ice
Sapien
Cube's cousin? No
is Ice
way.
Cube's
Do
cousin.
you know who Dizzy Wright is?
No. Is
Cat
he
out of,
Busy Bones? Or is he in
No,
the
funny
Bones
you
Club?
mentioned that. So Dizzy Wright is a hip hop artist out of Las Vegas, newer cat, but he's pretty good lyrical dude. Like he doesn't rap about normal shit that these artists
Garbage.
nowadays are. Yeah, you can understand what he's saying. He gets that. I'll show you some of his
Yeah,
shit.
there's a lot of guys.
His uncle
if
is
you
Busy
look for
Bone.
it, there's a lot of dudes that are out there that are incredible right now that
J.
you just
Cole's
don't hear.
fucking phenomenal.
I mean,
Cole's
I'm
insane.
not. That's all mainstream.
Yeah.
Like serious cats that are underground.
Oh, for sure.
Like Afro, I think it's A.F. Like Afro, young black dude, kind
Oh, I
of
don't know
big.
him.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, he's. I'm pretty sure that's the name, but he was incredible. There's just a lot of guys. If you look for it, it's there. You know, just like anything.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, your main. You're obviously it's you go Nas M.
You know what? Also, you can't sleep on
Biggie.
Busta Rhymes either. Busta
Yeah.
Rhymes for me, like
Old Busta.
I,
But
yeah,
I
old
don't.
shit.
I don't. Biggie. I wouldn't put Biggie in or Tupac in the top 5 of lyricists. No
Lyricists,
way.
no.
As far as like storytellers, though, dude, like Biggie is fucking sick.
They're all good, but they're not. They're not Rakim. They're not
that's true.
Eminem.
Yeah.
They're not Nas. You know.
What
I
about
don't,
you? Do you
know,
have a top 3?
Shit, dude. I was definitely Nas.
The whole thing is you got to. There's certain people that when I do this and I think about it, I take them out immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
You're
I'm
right.
not going to get into Rakim. Like, you just get why. Everybody knows that without him, there's nobody else. Like
I'm a big
you know,
Big L fan too.
Big L's
Big L was
insane.
nasty.
Yeah. But if you M and Nas, you just might as well just leave them out.
Outkast
Like,
is pretty
don't
good.
even-
Like
yeah,
Andre.
Dre.
Yeah.
Dre's
When he was not
He's
doing
a
flute
funny
music.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
he's a trippy dude, man.
trippy
That dude
motherfucker,
is a trip.
I remember it taking 17 hours for me to download Bombs Over Baghdad. Off
17. Oh,
Remember off Napster?
Bro, Napster?
Back in the Napster days, dude.
Was it,
It took me 17 hours to
was it
download that song.
Livewire or some shit too.
Yeah, Napster, Livewire, all that shit, dude. Remember that, Kitty? Oh, the fucking Napster.
It was a
days.
nightmare. Yeah.
I was so excited. It took a full day, and I was like, I have this
One
song now.
song.
dude.
Yeah.
This fucking song now. It's
The
incredible.
cool thing about that was,
Yeah.
like my brother Wes that passed away that we're having the service for soon. He was always on top of whatever was the best of the best right now, and he would get it.
Yeah.
And so,
I had a couple buddies like that.
yeah, he had some system set up to where it would download fast, and I love AC/DC, and he's like, here, check this. He was giving me stuff like AC/DC at a blues bar in
Oh, yeah,
Australia,
yeah.
and you're like, this, because this is what AC/DC actually was just a hard blues band, like a really hardcore blues band. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You could hear the people in the background, like
Totally.
clapping
Tripping
and
out.
shit, and it was just insane.
Yeah.
But I never, like, it didn't matter until I finally figured out you can download porn on your phone, and that took a long
That
time.
changed the game.
But
It was
I
a
waited.
changer.
I was patient.
Back
you
in
know
the
what I
day,
mean?
you had to, you had to pass it around and wait
Yeah.
for your
Watch
fucking
it.
buddy or your fucking cousin. or
Yeah,
something to
watch the same 30-second GIF on your phone like 4 times. Okay, finally I'm there.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely changed. Man.
It's
But
wild.
there's I think that I just think that there's so much diversity out there that we don't get to even think of because everybody's just still stuck on the mainstream stuff. So we
There-
can
it's
go,
hard- it's hard to wade
you know,
through, man.
you,
All the
you go
underground
to
shit
like
gets
you
just
listen to these
buried,
guys in
man.
Africa. You listen
Yeah.
to like you go to like listen to some guy that's from Japan or Atword or whatever the dude is from Africa.
Diane. Dude, I just watched a
Atword.
documentary on that.
He did what a
Holy
nut.
fuck, Diane Word?
yeah.
Holy
Yeah,
shit, those
yeah.
African.
Have
It's
you
like
seen
a guy and a
Diane Word?
girl.
No.
Okay,
It's almost. It's a hip hop, but it's like electronic. It's
We'll
fucking
talk
wild,
about
dude.
this afterward because it's
Yeah.
Word.
it's a deep.
It's wild, dude. They're
what you
South
get, they're
African people.
Crazy. They
Is
are
it like on Netflix or
crazy.
some shit? Or?
did
I'm
I
just on
watch it on?
YouTube.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Same place we find everything.
Well, there's an incredible documentary I just started watching with it.
Yeah,
And, like you don't
yeah.
realize like how insane they were.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in South America, you know, there's you know,
There's
a
shit
bunch of
everywhere.
different
Well, that's a
dudes that are
cultural
so good.
melting pot too. South
Yeah,
Park.
Right.
Yeah, well, everything's a cultural melting pot now. If we could just get past our
Go to Nebraska, where my
Boring,
daddy's from. Not really.
yeah. My brother went to Nebraska and came back and told us, man, there ain't shit.
There ain't shit.
bro.
Nothing. He
Cornfields,
goes, you
that's
sit in
all
the
you
house.
got.
He goes, you sit in the house and you look out and everything looks exactly the same. It's just all cornfields.
We would drive from
It was fucked up.
Colorado
Until you get the
to
occasional tornado, then it gets exciting.
yeah. We would drive from Colorado to Nebraska on tour, and it was like
Fucking
10
nothing,
hours
dude.
of
Yeah.
corn, dude. Just
Yeah.
this fucking as flat as you can see. One artist that I've been really into lately is Toby Nagiwi.
Toby Nagiwi.
Have you heard that guy?
No.
He's fucking incredible, dude.
Sounds
the most,
like an
like-
Asian fella.
Not fucking basic hip hop you've ever heard. It's like super creative, super weird,
Tony Nagiwi.
very like church vibes. Like it's fucking crazy, dude. I'll send you a
I
link
love
to
a
it.
good lyricist, man. Like
Yeah.
that's what it boils down to in the first
Yeah.
place.
It
I like
has-
good lyrics.
For me, it's a
I
beat.
like
It
a
has to
good,
be a
I like
beat
the good
first.
beats, but a lot of the beats I like are more of the mellow old school stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
I also didn't get back into funk and shit until I started fucking around with you.
Yeah.
It's a cool vibe, man.
It's underrated
Yeah.
in such an insane way, because when you talk about the greatest guitar players and drummers and they go to, you know,
Jazz and
Bon
funk
Scott,
started.
they go to Jimi
Yeah.
Hendrix, Jimmy
Yeah.
played funk, but they go to all these people and they don't talk about the Byrds and the
That's where they get all the fucking the samples for hip hop is from those older.
Yeah.
guys
Oh,
and
100%.
stuff.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I love it. I do a deep dives on funk and stuff all the time, man, and I love it to death.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Do you like Gary Clark Jr. and like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
what's his name?
Yeah.
Fucking-
A little bit more bluesy for sure.
It is bluesy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, dude, I've done at least an hour and a half. What are we at, Kenny? Hour and 20. There you go.
Solid.
Where can
That
people
went by
find your
quick,
work?
you said.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my Instagram. It's 3mastermind2
Okay.
on Instagram. That's where I put all my stuff.
All right. And you do commissions. You sell your artwork.
Yeah,
All that shit,
yeah.
man. Yeah. Let's get the word out, man. You're way too talented to not be selling fucking art like you should be.
Thank you, Frank.
So. And having said that, thank you guys. All right. Love you guys.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Peace.